Move back! Look, I told you you've got cockroaches in your truck.
No. There's political refugees under UN sanction.
Hello everyone, I'm Johnny, and today we're taking a look at Hotel Rwanda. This is an American-produced film covering the genocide against the Tutsi people in Rwanda that took place in 1994. The film is highly acclaimed and historically important, giving a window into one of the worst genocides in modern history. An estimated 800,000 people lost their lives during the Rwanda genocide, from April to July of 1994. During this time, the Tutsis were slaughtered by Hutu-led militias, aided by the Hutu-led government. This included the door-to-door slaughtering of any known Tutsi men, women, and children. Rwanda has a complex history of ethnic tension. During World War I, Belgium gained control of the nation from the Germans. European colonial rule favored the Tutsis over the Hutu, and prior to this, Tutsis occupied the higher strata of the social system. Tutsis were the cattle-owning class, and Hutus worked the land. Europeans favored the Tutsis as they were wealthier and tended to have more European-like features, including thinner noses. Under colonial rule, stratification grew, as did resentment between the ethnicities. When Rwanda gained independence in 1962, things only got worse. The majority Hutus gained power and used it to enact revenge on the Tutsis. Identity cards clearly labeled the race of each Rwanda citizen. As divides grew, so did the violence. The catalyst of the genocide was Rwandan president and Hutu Habyarimana's assassination, which took place April 6, 1994, ending peace talks in the country. The assassination was blamed on the Tutsi organization, the Rwandan Patriotic Front, though never proven. The genocide began the next day. Hotel Rwanda achieves a lot in 2 hours to tell the story of this genocide. The film is made for a general audience. It can be visually harsh at times, but overall it's about as soft as a telling as a director can make to convey the horror. The producers no doubt wanted the movie to be successful and marketable to a wide audience. It's easy to follow and highlights in plain terms the issues the country was experiencing at the time. It's a great historical telling for someone not familiar with the conflict. Don Cheadle plays Paul Rusesabagina, who helped shelter 1,268 Tutsis and Hutu refugees at the hotel he managed, the Mikoline in Kigali. Don Cheadle does an excellent job in this role, and the acting throughout is great. Joaquin Phoenix plays a cameraman, highlighting the media's importance in bringing the conflict to the rest of the world. Nick Nolte gives a great performance as a Canadian UN peacekeeper, based on Romeo Dallaire, who led the UN peacekeeping mission at the time. However, Dallaire has stated that he did not agree with his portrayal in the film. Some criticisms of the film did arise after its release, including a downplaying of the UN staff and soldiers who camped out in the hotel. Some testimony has also come out describing Paul Rusesabagina as less heroic and more opportunistic, with stronger links to the racial supremacist Hutu power group. However, testimony still significantly portrays him as a hero, with many claiming they owe their lives to him by sheltering them at the hotel. Either way, the story is a meaningful telling of the Rwanda genocide, palatable for a Western audience. The only criticism is that the story could have gone a lot further, to highlight how violent and horrific the event really was. This was one of the most condensed and chaotic genocides in human history, with neighbors killing neighbors, the killing of children, and horrific levels of sexual violence. But of course, sometimes keeping these events more PG does make history more accessible to a younger audience. The genocide ended July 1994 when Tutsi rebels drove the Hutu army and militias across the border into the Congo. Paul Rusesabagina became involved in Rwandan politics, primarily from abroad in America and Belgium. His criticism of the Rwandan government and association with a group responsible for a terrorist attack in 2018 saw him arrested in 2021. He spent 2 years in prison in Rwanda. Alright. right, I'm Johnny. Thanks for watching. Do check out Hotel Rwanda for great acting and a good introduction to the Rwanda genocide, a complicated matter which the movie covers very well for only a 2-hour film. Like and subscribe to support the channel, and I will see you next time.